Alright. Not making that beeping. Usually makes a beeping sound when it starts, but doesn't seem to be doing that. Anyway, I'm going to do some. Going to make chicken wings today. I mentioned on a previous video, the previous chicken meat video, that I would not be using low welfare chicken again, or low welfare meat. So I was in the Waitrose and I saw these. It's the first time I've seen organic free range wings. So I bought those. There's 2 packs. They're about £2.50-ish for each packet. A bit on the expensive side, but I can afford it, and the welfare is important, so it should be good. I'm going to do 2 different kinds of wings. I'm going to make up choose one bowl. I'm going to make up a barbecue sauce. Otherwise I forget. I'm going to make up barbecue sauce, so exactly the same sauce that I made up for exactly the same sauce I made for the vegetables and sausage tray bake, which wasn't that long ago. Basically the same recipe. I'm going to put some sugar in it now. I'll leave that out. I'll leave all these things out to let me know, to remind me to buy more. Otherwise I like my worktop as clear as possible. So ketchup, HP sauce, Houses of Parliament sauce. I wonder how many people don't know that that's what HP stands for, despite it being on the picture. Smoked paprika, that's what really gives it the smoky barbecue kind of flavour. Smoked paprika. And a wee bit of sugar. And some balsamic vinegar. I'm not going to put any oil in it. I'm going to leave the skin on. Just a wee jolt of balsamic vinegar. And there'll be plenty of fat coming out of the skin, so just a wee touch of water, salt and pepper. Oh, garlic. I'm going to do quite a lot of garlic because there's garlic going into both sauces. What should I do? Let's do that. Yeah, I've done 70 videos, and I've kind of got to the point now where whenever I'm doing my dinner, I've already done the video on it. So that means I reckon I probably eat the same thing every couple of months. So I'm on a 2-month food cycle, which I think is pretty good. If you're eating the same thing only every couple of months, I think that's pretty good. Just means you can eat things that are, as long as everything's not unhealthy. But it means you can have those treats every now and again, if you're eating things as infrequently as that. There's probably a lot of people on a 1-week cycle, they eat the same thing once a week. So every couple of months is pretty good. So now I'm at the point now where I have to do new things. And I haven't made these chicken wings for ages, so it's a good excuse to get me to be doing different things. I'm going to stick roughly half in. So I'm going to chop these chicken wings up. What I'm going to do with these is a couple of things. I'm going to, at each of the knuckles, each of the joints, you can kind of just run the knife through it like that. So this wee winglet bit, I'm going to keep that, but I'm not going to cook it today. If you find the wee joint there, you can just drop the knife through. You don't have to hack it. So I'm going to do the wee knuckle ones like that in the barbecue sauce. Feathers in this. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to make some stock. Now, I'm living on my own, so it's only me who's going to be eating these. If you were cooking this for other people, you wouldn't really want to do this. But basically what I'm going to do is, as I eat each of these, I'm going to keep the bones, and then I'm going to use the bones along with these to make a wee bit of stock, make like one portion of stock. And I'm going to make a wee noodle soup or something out of it. Which, if you're cooking for yourself, is fine, but you wouldn't really want to be doing that for other people, because I'm going to be eating off the bone and then I'm going to cook it again. So it's not ideal if you're cooking for others, but if it's for yourself, it's fine. You don't have to do any of this chopping up. You just have to. You could just chuck these straight into that sauce and into the oven, and you're done. But I'm going to make two different kinds. It's also better to run the knife through like that and to find the joint, because if you do that and hack through it, you'll splinter the bone. And it will, you'll have wee splinters through your when you're eating it, and they can be quite sharp, and you don't want to be eating sharp pieces of chicken bone. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen organic free-range wings, which, with all the organic free-range chicken that there is in supermarkets, you would think they would be a bit more common. Of course, this would benefit from marinating for a bit before cooking, but I haven't done that. So, what am I going to do now? I'm going to put these wash up. It's good already. Obviously chicken, you've got to wash your hands. So what I'm thinking about doing, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm not a big fan of using tin foil. I think I'm going to use the big oven. what I'm thinking about doing is, it's going to get a bit noisy, it's quite a loud fan. Turn that on. Because cleaning this up, because I put sugar into that, cleaning this up at the end is going to be quite a lot of work. So what I'm thinking about, got enough, is if they mix together a wee bit, it doesn't really matter. And then I was thinking about just a little bit over. Where's the reflective side supposed to go on the inside? No, I don't think it matters. So that's what I'm thinking about. Never done this before. I just sort of thought that this might be good to cook the two things in one tray, and to make washing up at the end easier. Create two sections. So it would be better to, if you marinate these a wee bit longer, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to fairly slow cook them in the oven anyway, so. It's a wee bit big, but it's okay. A wee bit of crossover, it's okay. So for the other ones I'm going to do oyster sauce. It's kind of just the same as the stir fry mixture, so I'm going to do oyster sauce, light soy sauce. I'm going to do a wee bit of light soy sauce, and then I'm going to do a wee bit of dark soy sauce, just to use my dark soy sauce up, not for any other reason. I'm not going to be buying dark soy sauce once this is finished, because light soy sauce does everything. You can use it in stir fries, and you can also dip it into things. Bit of rice wine. Jolt of that. So maybe a wee bit of a wee jolt of fish sauce would do no harm as well. Saltiness. It's just your fish sauce. All these ingredients from the Chinese supermarkets, so they're dead cheap. Garlic, salt. I probably am not going to bother with salt in these. Probably not going to bother with salt in that. That'll be salty enough. Remember, I don't taste that now because I've had this raw chicken in it. So that's just oyster, soy, rice wine, fish sauce, garlic. I only want a wee bit of ginger in there. I don't know if I've got ginger. No, I haven't got. I'd shred a wee bit of ginger in there if I had it as well. If I don't have ginger, 5 spice. Yeah, why not? Chinese style with a wee bit of 5 spice in it, just a wee bit. A wee jolt of 5 spice in it, that'll be good. After 70 videos, I can't believe that that's the first time that my phone has rang during the during filming. Just ignore that. So what I'm going to do with these is just basically stick them in the oven for covered. I'm going to put the tin foil over the top and cover them, basically just forget about them for an hour. And then what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll take the top off, and there should be a bit more moisture, there should be quite a lot of moisture and liquid in there. So what I will do is I will put them back in the oven and then just roast them until and turn them frequently until the liquid disappears. But for now, we're just chucking them in the oven for an hour. So that's 2 different kinds of marinade, 2 sauces. Let's try and cover this. Now that's going to go into the grooves at the edge, so probably can't do much on the sides, but crush that in itself to seal it. So that is already sealed obviously, so you can just do that. And then we'll chuck this in the oven and see what happens. And hopefully cleaning up should be dead easy at the end. Just going to put it in just in the middle of the oven. Okay, so I've got that one. What will I do that one? About 180, 150, 170, but about 180-ish. We'll go 160 actually. 160 for about an hour. No hurry with that at all. You could do more than an hour and 15 hours or something like that would be fine. The longer you cook it the better, so I'll be back. Alright, so that's I think that's just a wee bit over an hour. I have not taken them out, I haven't touched them, haven't taken them out, haven't done anything with them at all. So I don't know what we're going to get and have a look at them. I mean, they actually look pretty much kind of done. I thought there'd be a bit more moisture in them. I thought there'd be a wee bit more liquidy. And we could, and I'd have to roast them again. Kind of wondering though, I mean, they're basically done. Okay. I am going to call them done. I was expecting them to be more liquid, and then when what I was going to do was put them back in and baste them, turn them and baste them. So I reckon that they would benefit therefore from marinating. If you're going to do it that way, it would be better to marinate them overnight. Because like that, this bit here of sauce has never touched chicken, so this should be alright. What I'm going to have this with is what you're not supposed to do. I'm going to reheat some rice. I'll need to do a recipe on this actually. I need to do a video on this at some point. All I did was I fried an onion and carrot in oil and for about 5-10 minutes, and then I washed my basmati rice and then I added it in while I was frying the uncooked rice, added it in, and then I added in some mixed herbs, just your little tub of mixed herbs, your basil, rosemary, thyme, oregano, that kind of stuff. And then I added in some peas and sweet corn, frozen peas and frozen sweet corn, and then I put in my 2-to-1 ratio, just the same of water, and 2 water to 1 rice. 2 minutes. Did it the same ratio, but then I put a stock cube into it as well, so it's not just water, it's stock. So you've fried the vegetables, you get sweetness from the vegetables, you've got your herbs, and then you've got your stock as well. So it's a really nice way to cook rice. I'll do a video on that. I don't think I've videoed that. And you're not supposed to reheat rice. You should keep it in a plastic container as well, definitely, but I'm just lazy. A bit of bread as well. Bread and butter. But if you've ever eaten fried rice in a Chinese restaurant, then you have then you've eaten reheated rice. The trick is to make sure that you put it into the fridge as soon as possible, within an hour of it cooking. Too much. Fancy some bread and butter. See if I can break up some of these chicken wings and like this one. Once it's cooled down a wee bit, I'll break them up and see how tender they are. So I might actually be wanting to leave it in the oven a wee bit longer actually, because I was expecting to do a wee bit more cooking. And just when you do reheat rice, just make sure when you touch the bottom of the plate that it's really, really hot, that it burns your finger. But as long as you get it into the fridge within an hour of it finishing cooking, you should be alright. I'm going to put a wee sprinkle of extra salt into these, because chicken and salt is just one of my favourite things. Oh goodness, that's so good. Just want to let them cool down a wee bit. But no, that's really, really good. I'm going to keep these bones. No. That has actually worked perfectly. It just doesn't need the extra basting and cooking time. That's perfect. And with the tin foil, it'll be dead easy to clean. Just take a... So, let's see how many we can do. Two of each of these. So quite easily we'll get 2 portions out of these, and that's with rice as well. So that's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So what do you think? Another 1 each, and then we'll make it 2 portions. It's a wee bit more than that one, but yeah, that's fine. So yeah, so that's your marinated chicken wings. It would do, I mean, they taste really good, or just like that. If you were to marinate them overnight, and then just stick them in the foil, stick them in the oven like that, that's an hour. A wee bit longer would do no harm. They would only get better and better the longer you cook them. And that's it, really good flavour on those, from the two different, the barbecue and the Chinese style. So that's your chicken wings done. Really good. The two flavours, the two marinades, really nice. Obviously we benefit from marinating overnight before cooking. A wee bit on the dry side though, that's the only issue. I think that I think the problem was, I think what happened was, I scrunched down this side, but I didn't scrunch down the front and the back, and so I think some moisture leaked out the front and the back. So next time I'll seal it all the way around, seal it properly, and then hopefully it should hold the moisture in. And then we'll see what it looks like. And it might need a wee bit of roasting at the end if there's quite a lot of liquid in it. But just that wee bit of dryness on it, but still really nice.